Hey guys, welcome back to Raise Create Cards. I hope everyone had a good Christmas. I hope you were able to see family. I think a lot of people, because of this winter storm, didn't get to do the things they had planned on doing or get to be with family they had planned on being with. Nevertheless, I know that God has brought other blessings into your life, and so I hope it was good for you. All right, we are going to be using a new stamp set today from the soon-to-be-released mini catalog that will go live January the 5th. And I can't wait. Oh, I can't wait to go through the catalog with you and the celebration brochure with you and show you the pictures up front if you don't already have your catalog. Now, if you do not have a demonstrator and you do not have the new mini catalog or even the current annual catalog, and you do not have the celebration brochure, please reach out to me, raisecreatecards@gmail.com. Drop me an email and let me know that you would love to get the catalog. If you do have a demonstrator, then please look to them to supply. I don't mind sending out catalogs to people who don't have a demonstrator, don't get me wrong, but it does cost. It costs to order the catalogs, and it does cost to ship them, and so please don't request that if you already have a copy. But otherwise, yes, I would be happy to send you one. If you don't have a demonstrator, I would love to be yours. So there is a countdown going on. We've only got just a few more days for the last chance products and the clearance rack. And there are some amazing, amazing deals in both categories. And part of what I'm going to use on today's card, well, I guess all of it comes from the new mini that's going to go live. I have another card design with the same set that I'm still working on, and I may go ahead and just show you the bits and pieces that I have put together. All right, let's go ahead and let's take a peek of this stamp. And there are coordinating dies around the bend. Don't you love this? Look at those curves. I'm trying to keep the glare off as best I can. If I raise my light up too high, I lose some of my illumination. So, all right. But it is a beautiful, beautiful set. Oh, and a heads up. I had noticed, I don't know, it was a day or two after I had gotten my early release copy of the new mini catalog. There are several sets in the new mini catalog. If you haven't noticed this yet, you can order them in the red rubber cling stamps, or you can get them in the photopolymer. Did I think about that when I was putting in my order? No, I didn't. Or, to be very honest, I would have got this in the photopolymer and not in the cling. I think it would have just been so much easier for placement and things for this particular set. But whatever you are comfortable with, bear that in mind when you get ready to place your orders, that there are some of them that do give you the option. So do pay attention. So here are the dies. Aren't they awesome? And there's a heart die that cuts out 5 hearts at one time. And we are going to be using that today on today's card. I played with this a little bit, and I had made a card. I don't like it. I'm not going to show it. I did use the flowers and things on there, but just something about the way it came together. I just didn't like how it looked, okay? This is the card that I was finally kind of happy with, and it is the one that we are going to recreate today in the video. So, we have basic white card base, and it's 8.5 by 5.5 and scored at 4 1/4, so it is just your typical card base. Now, for the layer of DSP, this DSP is coming from some new stuff in the new mini catalog, and it is called Dandy Designs. There are 48 sheets of 12 by 12. It is huge. You've got Balmy Blue, Calypso Coral, Coastal Cabana, Fresh Freesia, Petal Pink, Mango Melody, and Granny Apple Green. And there are prints in here for every possible occasion. Look at these. They are so pretty. And I'm not going to go through each and every one in case someone else out there has already done a video. And you see this pattern right here. That's the one we're using today. It has the Coastal Cabana and the Balmy Blue colors together. But there are just scores and scores of patterns and colors in here. And this is awesome. I am so looking forward to using this. And I'm even looking forward to sharing it. So if you place an order in my online store for $35 before taxes and shipping, then I will be sure to send you a partial pack of some of those patterns. And that would be my free gift to you for that order. All right, moving on. So we are going to take and marry our DSP to our card base. Now, I cut this. I don't normally do this. I like the look of it, but I don't think always to go ahead and cut my DSP the same size as the card front. So your card front is going to be 5.5 by 4 1/4. And I'm just going to get that on there, slide that into place. Make sure I'm even on top and bottom. I don't want any white cardstock showing anywhere. And I'm kind of getting a little bit over here on this side, but that's okay. That's all right. We are good. I think that looks good. All right, we've got our base. The next thing you're going to want to do is to get you a piece of basic white cardstock, and we're cutting this at 5.5 by 2.5, okay? And I'm going to bring in my little mini cut and emboss machine, and that brings up something that you may or may not have already heard of. So one of the deals that is going to be going on as soon as the mini catalog releases, and for as long as Celebration is going, which is 2 months from January 5th to February 28th, you will have 3 different options if you would like to become a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. No, you don't have to make a business out of it. Enjoy the free products that you get for signing up, and enjoy your at least 20% discount on your future orders. And again, if you need more information about that, please just drop me an email. I'll be so happy to answer any questions that you might have. There is a new mini cut and emboss machine being offered. It is called the Boho Blue. And it's a very, very pretty soft blue with dark gray handles on the top and the dark gray crank. All of it is like a dark gray, and even the base of it is a dark gray to match, okay? Beautiful, beautiful design. So one of your options is for $129. Are you ready for this? You get $175 in free products plus the free Boho Blue Mini. If you don't want the blue and you want the original white, you may opt to get the original white. So that's option number 2. If you don't want to do the $129 with $175 in free products and your free Boho Blue Mini or the white Mini, for $99, you'll still get $175 worth of products for that, okay? And your free shipping. You just won't get the mini cut and emboss machine, okay? So think about those things. And I am going to get out the die that cuts out all of these little irregular holes. It is so pretty. One more time. Just kind of take a look at that. Oh, and see, I was fixing to cut the wrong one. So this white piece is cut at 5.5 by 2.5. What I want is a balmy blue piece that was cut at 5.5 by 2 1/4. Ruh-roh. Almost. Okay, so I'm going to take and lay that in my mini. And then I'm going to take my die And what I have done is I have lined it up to where the deepest part of the curve is right to the edge of the cardstock. And I want a little bit hanging off of this end, and I want a little bit hanging off of that end. And I am going to take a piece of used Post-it note tape and put on there just to try to make sure it does not shift. And we are going to get ready and cut that. All right, I think I'm pretty clean here. My plates have been well used, but it's still working like a champ. And I felt like this might be better and easier for you guys in the video if I didn't have the really big one in here. And my plates aren't lined up, and that drives me crazy. So I'm going to line up my plates. I know a lot of people tell you to stagger them, but honestly, if you stagger them, your plates are going to warp that much faster. And it is small, and it's not as heavy. You do have to kind of hold it down a little bit. However, the wonderful thing about the mini is that you can take it with you. If you're going camping, if you're going out of town visiting, and you're going to have some time for crafting, absolutely. This takes up way less room than the regular size does. And so that's awesome. And then I'm going to take this out, and I'm going to move my plates over to the side. I'm going to clean that off ever so quickly because we'll have just a little bit more die cutting to do. All right, I think I've got that off of there. I'll lay this back in here for the moment. And I'm going to double check what I just die cut to make sure everything came out and it's just falling right out. Again, wonderful, wonderful, easy. And I only ran it through once, and you saw that. And that's all it takes. If some of the pieces don't fall out, they come out very easily. Where's my take your pick tool? I'm going to get that little bitty one there. And let me hold this up. Do you see where it also puts just little circles? It just indents little circles as part of the design. And when I saw that, I loved it. I like that little extra touch, that little extra something, something. Okay, so we have that. And now we're going to bring in this 5.5 by 2.5 piece, and we're going to die cut it with the other curvy die in here, which is this scallop die. And again, we want to put it close to the bottom. And again, you're going to have just a little bit hanging off. Let me see here. Let me get lined up. It's been over a week since I made that card. And let me get a fresh piece of Post-it note tape. That other one was on its last legs, and I think that was its final time to go through the die cut machine. I'm going to tape that right there. Okay. And let's get ready and die cut it. But this is a beautiful set. A couple of years ago, maybe 3 years ago, we had a set called Quite Curvy. Some of you may have had that set. Some of you may still have it. I don't know. All right, come on. Don't fight me here. There we go. And, of course, it is long retired. And I actually think I may have it in my stash still. I'll have to go and look and see. All right. Let's get this picked up. And this took off ever so carefully. I've not had the Post-it note tape tear my cardstock, but because I have had my cardstock tore in the past, I'm always kind of leery when I get ready to undo whatever I have taped my stuff down with. All right, let me put this die back in my case over here. Okay, so now we have this, and I may end up redoing it because it looks to me like it may have shifted. I may have needed another piece of tape. So I'm going to try this one more time because I really do want this right and I want it to look good. So I know what I did wrong. I put my die this way instead of this way. That's okay. I'm going to cut another piece that is 5.5 by 2.5 real quick, and we'll get this going. So 5.5 by 2.5. Okay. Let's do this one more time, and let's make sure I put it on here correctly and make sure I've got a little bit hanging off both sides. There we go. Sorry about that, guys. I hate doing that on video. I do. What I probably should have done and didn't was to make another card right before starting this video so I could have all of my little ducks in a row. Okay. I'm going to take this out. I'm going to put that to the side. And I'm getting out the big one. There we go. Alright, let's get this thing die cut. Okay, there's one. And put this back. Alright, here we go. Now we're cooking. Now we are cooking. So now we have our balmy blue piece and our white, our basic white. And let me rescue my die and get that back over here in my case. And I don't have all the pieces out of this die. Nevertheless, I'm just going to go ahead and put it back in my case just to make sure it does not get lost. I'll poke those out later or drop it on the floor. I do that sometimes. I don't know if you guys do or not, but a little drop on the floor, and most of the time all those pieces will come right out. Okay, so now we have our card base, and we have our DSP attached, and we have our balmy blue piece that's going to go here on the top. And then this piece here, we are going to do some stamping on, but I do want to use my Stamparatus. So, I am going to get out this long, curvy stamp that has the little dots on it. It's so cute. And let's go ahead and put our cardstock in. I'm going to move it away from that hinge just a little bit and put my magnet down. And let's see. Let's see how I want to do this. Is this right? Did I do it wrong? I don't think so. I think, yeah, this is right. All right, and again, you're going to have a little bit left over, but I want to move that up just a hair. I don't want that quite so close. Quite so close. And it's just not looking right to me. Okay. So, what I'm looking at are my dots to line up, if I can get them lined up with each little scallop. Okay. And I forgot to tell you, even though the title of the video should have told you, but this is an actual card sample that is in the new mini catalog. So if you have your catalog, definitely get it out, and on the page for Around the Bend, you'll see it. All right, I think that's going to be good enough. Open this up. I'm going to lay my stamp set here up underneath. And I'm taking Coastal Cabana because that's the other color in the DSP. And we're just going to ink this up. And I'm trying to make real sure we don't get any camera shake, guys. If there is a little bit, I am so sorry. My table is actually fastened to my wall in my craft room. And that helps a whole lot, but it doesn't totally eliminate all that shake. I'm just going to give that a little bit of a press. That looks pretty good. I'm a little light right there, so let's do this one more time. Make sure we get good coverage. I don't want any light areas. I want that to be pretty solid. Let's see what happens. Let's see if we get that filled in. I hope so, because I'm really careful about cleaning my stamps and trying to make sure there's no lint or anything. I actually found a little bit of lint in my ink pad earlier today. Not sure how that got in there. And so I was careful to get that out. All right, we are good there. I am going to get my Simply Chamois and take it out of its plastic bag so it's not crinkling in your ear, and get this wiped up and cleaned off. Make sure I'm good and clean. All right, we are good there. Just gonna lay my chamois in my plastic bag to the side. We are going to put this back in the case, and we will get on with assembling our card. All right, and I'm still in camera. Good. Good. A big thanks, as always, to those of you who watch my videos, who give me a thumbs up, who subscribe. You guys are amazing. You're awesome. I thank you. I thank you. I haven't looked lately. I know I'm getting close to 800 subscribers. So, awesome. Thank you guys so much. All right. So, this is a layering thing going on here. And what I did when I was making this card, I didn't glue the whole piece down. You can't glue the whole piece down because then you can't go up underneath with this piece. So what I simply did was I just put a line of glue right across the top, okay, just right there. And if I can hold my mouth right without getting my head into the camera and get this lined up so I'm even across the top and the sides. Make sure that's good and close there. As you can tell, I don't always go to the edge very often. So yes, I am just a little tiny bit awkward with that. Now we're going to take this piece and we're going to slide it up underneath. Okay. But I kind of want to get a feel for how far I need to go. Did I not cut that piece long enough? Oh, poop. I didn't. Okay, I could have sworn, I bet I cut that at 5 1/4 and not 5 1/2. All right, 5 1/2 and 2 1/2. Oh, heavens. Oh, my goodness. You don't know how bad I just want to stop the video and start all over, but I'm not going to. We are going onward and upward. Let me get the stamp apparatus back out here. All right. We're going to do this and get it right. All right. I'm going to put my cardstock in. We'll raise it up a little bit. Make sure I'm still in camera. And I am going to, want to die cut it first. But since I'm already this far into it, we're going to go ahead and do this. and hope that I'm about in the right place. Am I going to be in the right place when I stamp that? I'm looking at my dimensions, which is why I keep flipping it back and forth, because when I have it the way I need it, it doesn't really look right. All right, I'm going to pick this up. We are going to get my case put back up under here. Get my Coastal Cabana back out. Oh, guys, I'm so sorry. So sorry that we're having to go through this. Feel free to speed this up a couple of times. Absolutely. You do have that option. You know that, right? When you're watching a YouTube video, you do have speed options. You can slow it down. You can speed it up. You can watch normal, however. So, I have 3 favorite gifts that I got at Christmas, okay? So, we do Christmas Eve with his mom and family, and we always do a gift exchange, and I was blown away. So, I was given framed 2 8x10 framed photographs of all of us together at Thanksgiving. I almost cried, guys. It was so unexpected. It was so awesome. And it was like, oh my heavens. So very thoughtful. I had asked because I didn't have those photos on my phone. I didn't take the photos. And I had simply asked if they could get 2 8x10s done, and I would reimburse them for the cost. Well, nothing was ever said after Thanksgiving, and so I just went ahead and just kind of put it on the table for a while. And so what an awesome, wonderful, thoughtful gift to get that as a surprise gift. So, yeah, that one was bringing me to tears. It was amazing. And my husband got me several things. My 2 favorites. One was a necklace with the man and the woman in a hug. And the little card that came with the necklace was expressing the sentiment that even when they weren't with me, they were still hugging me. Wasn't that awesome? That was awesome. And I have recently started wanting salt cellar. And I had mentioned something about a salt cellar to my husband, but never realized, I mean, this was like a couple of days before Christmas, and I never realized that he would immediately go ahead and order me one, and he did. But he went above and beyond a regular salt cellar, and I should have brought them in here to show them to you. They are incredibly, incredibly awesome. Yeah, we're going to have to die cut this. Yeah, so I can get this in the right orientation. Let me put this up here where y'all can kind of see a little bit. Put this back out. Get my die back out. So, when I opened that up, I not only had a salt cellar, I had a pepper cellar, and they were made out of marble, y'all. They were beautiful. Just beautiful. I was just amazed. I kept them on the coffee table, actually, for a little while, because I kept picking them up and playing with them. But they are beautiful. They're real marble. The one for the pepper is black marble, and the one for the salt is a white marble. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So, those were, well, you know what? If you don't get your other plate up here, you're not going to be die cutting anything. Here we go. Got it. I'm straight, I hope, I think. I've taped down well enough to get that through. And let's see what happens here. Yeah, you heard the plates from the mini sitting back there falling over as I grabbed my plates from the other side. But leave me some comments down below and let me know what your favorite gift or gifts were that you got this year. Or maybe even a favorite handmade card. I got beautiful, beautiful, beautiful cards. Not all of them were handmade. And that's okay. I appreciate every card I get, handmade or not. Now, when I stamp that, which is why I like to line up my stamp and die cut it first. So if you decide to, you know, make a version of this card, absolutely do die cut it first, and I still die cut it upside down. That's okay. I think it's still going to be a cute card. So I'm going to slide that up underneath there about like so. And we are going to put glue on the back and get that in there. And I think I heard my husband come in. Did I wait too long to get that back in there? Let me see. I don't feel any resistance. Okay. And it may just be that I'm getting pretty low on glue, which I know I am. It's about time to order some more. And I'm just going to attach this up underneath, tucking that in. Tucking that in. There we go. And now that's all right. I'm going to trim up anything that's over, but I'm up too far. I need my lines to come down a little ways. There we go. All right, am I straight on my white piece? Pretty straight. Now at this point, I can go back and I can add glue here and there around the bottom area and just secure that down. Doesn't have to be everywhere, just enough. Just enough. There we go. That's going to be enough to hold that piece down flat. Okay. Hold that for a second. There we go. And then I'm going to do the same right here. And that will be enough to hold that down flat. And I won't need the glue for a minute. Not for a minute. So let's go ahead and put that back on there. Okay. Well, I'm so glad that Storm of the Century thing is over with. Or storm for, what, 25 years? The worst in 25 years, whatever that was. All right, so what I did in that stamp set, one of the sentiments is hello there. And so I stamped it also in the Coastal Cabana. And I used the double oval punch to punch out that sentiment. And I did pop it up with dimensionals. So let me find my dimensionals wherever I put them. Wherever I put them. I've got some scraps laying here. I guess we'll just use those. And let me get my paper snips. And we're going to cut those and get them put on the back of our sentiment. So we can pop that up. And there's that one. Can y'all see what I'm doing? And there's that one. And a little piece right here. And put this one over here. And I do want a little piece in the middle. I think I'm going to get one of these little skinny pieces right here. And stick that in the middle. And that way there, I know I'm well supported. And you guys know how I am about dimensionals. If you're going to use them, use them. You know, fully support your piece, please do. All right, let's get these off and get this attached. And then we have a ribbon. I want a bow at the base of this. And the Balmy Blue ribbon that I'm using is retired. It is. But use what you have. You know that's my motto. Use what you have. And let's make sure that it's straight. I'm going to move that up just a hair right there. All right, we're good there. And I had the ribbon out. Here we go. So here's my Balmy Blue ribbon. And we're going to just cut a length. I didn't measure what I used. When I cut it for my first card, I just cut a piece that I knew was plenty long enough. Those of you who are really experienced, you may have those dimensions already in your mind. I don't know. Maybe that's 12 inches, not sure. Or we're going to get this tied and get that put on there. I love these sheer ribbons. When Stampin' Up! Comes out with them, I am a sucker for these. Absolutely a sucker for these. And so, there we go. All right, I do have my glue dots. Let's get these. Put a glue dot on the back. And I don't even think I need to roll it up. I don't. It'll go on there just like so. Preferably not sticking to me. And make sure. I want to fiddle with that just a second. There we go. And I'm just going to put it kind of at an angle right here at the base. And then I'm going to take and cut my tails. I need this to not be going everywhere. Need that kind of to lay a little flatter. I'll cut it about there and about there, because I kind of wanted some tail to my ribbon. All right, the other die that is in there, and I've already showed it to you, and it was the one that cuts out 5 hearts. And if I haven't scattered mine, I die cut them out of, you remember that distressed gold paper that we had in the holiday mini catalog? Yep, that's what I am using for my bling. And let me get my tweezers for good measure. And we are going to put our little hearts on here, and then the front will be done. All right, I'm going to put one right about there. And let's get another one. I think I had them laying on a little piece of paper and forgot they were laying on a little piece of paper. And I may have scattered some of them here and there. Oh, that'll be fun to try to find and figure out where I flung them to. So this card here may only get 3 hearts, and that's okay. That's all right. If it only gets 3 and it doesn't match the other one, that's all right. When I find the other 2, I will rescue them and get them added to this. But 3 is an odd number, and it's also pleasing to the eye. I just really wanted the 5. I really did. So I'm going to put that about right there. Okay, so now we have the outside of the card done. And let's get the inside. So to finish off the inside, what I did is I took a piece of that same DSP and I cut it 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. And then I put basic white layer of 4 by 5 1/4 on top. 4 by 5 1/4, and I stamped just wanted to say thanks. And we're going to put that to the inside. Now, I didn't do the inside of my sample card because honestly, the hello there Doesn't have to be a thank you card. Could be, hey, I'm missing you card, in which case you might want a different sentiment put on the inside. But I went ahead and used what was in the stamp set because it was so cute. So cute. And it's really not hard to put together when you've got your act together, which I obviously did not have today. Oh, my heavens. So, and I will probably fiddle with this bow a little bit more to get it to lay flat. I didn't have to fiddle to get my bow to be perfect on this card. But anyway, guys, I don't know what you think. It changed the look of it because I turned the die the other way around. And to me, the scallops was a prettier, softer look. However, just understand, our boo-boos, you know, whoever gets this card, they're never going to know that I meant for the scallops to go the other way, are they? It is not going to make a difference. They're going to be delighted to get a handmade card. Guys, y'all be blessed. Do take care. Have a very happy new year. And I will be back with you soon with another card and another new set. Thanks for tuning in. Love you guys. Be blessed. Bye.